When advancing in pursuit of an enemy, the retreating enemy must be followed up quickly so that he has no time to reform his strength. But an attacking force can move only as fast as its forward troops can smash and clear the opposition. The enemy is likely to offer his heaviest resistance in built-up areas. Here he has the advantage of concealment, cover from fire, and a fighting knowledge of the ground, which enables him to cause damage and delay out of all proportion to his numbers. On coming under enemy fire, smoke must be laid down to cover the line of advance. Covered by this smoke, the leading tanks, with their supporting infantry in APCs, turn and outflank the enemy position, and then press on to cut the enemy's escape routes. Here, in this small village, a pocket of resistance has been isolated, so that the advance guard, as you've seen, bypass it and continue to harass the main withdrawing force. Resistance in the isolated village must now be cleared up, so a rifle company, with a field battery and a troop of tanks in support, is given the job. The first essential is to get a general plan of the village. Most of the reconnaissance is done from maps, and if available, air photographs and street plans. With this information, the company commander, together with the gunner and the tank troop leader, build up an accurate picture of the objective, which reduces the enemy's advantage in knowing the area and gives the attackers a chance of making a planned assault. This is the plan. The rifle company is alongside the main road, supported by a troop of tanks. With artillery softening up the area, the company plan is to attack with limited objectives, clearing the village sector by sector. Number 1 and number 2 platoons break away in readiness for the attack. Number 3 platoon remains in reserve and is joined by company headquarters. Number 1 platoon is to capture a large house. Number 2 will clear as far as the ruins. Number 3 platoon is to pass through the cleared area and advance to the second lateral road. Now let us see the plan in detail. Number 1 platoon is given the troop of tanks to speed the job of clearing the large house. 2 of the 3 sections give extra weight to the tanks supporting fire, whilst the 3rd section assaults the house. Simultaneously, number 2 platoon will carry out its plan, but to focus attention on the infantry, they will clear without the aid of tanks. 1 section will assault the first objective, the red cottages. When they are taken, the second objective, the council houses, will be assaulted. With both objectives taken, the 3rd section will advance to the ruins, covered by fire from the captured houses. The plan is essentially simple. It must be simple where there is difficulty in locating the enemy. Clearly, all orders must be in detail and understood by all ranks. It's the platoon commander's job to ensure that everyone understands these orders. To do this, he must make use of whatever is available to make the plan clear. Number 2 platoon's task is to capture the red cottages and the council houses, at the same time protecting the flank of number 1 platoon and its tanks. Here are the first objectives: the red cottages and the council houses. 2 sections will go up and 1 will stay in reserve. The whole platoon is under heavy fire from both buildings. Crossfire from the reserve section and firm base will enable the assault section to capture the red cottages. Fire from the captured cottages can supplement the reserve section fire, whilst the section acting as firm base assaults the council houses. Under cover of fire from the captured buildings, the reserve section can advance through the area as far as the ruins. Now let us see number 2 platoon in action. The section acting as firm base is firing on the red cottages to the right of the advance. They are the first objective. On the left, the reserve section is already in position, firing on the council houses. From inside, both buildings are defended by a determined enemy, whilst on the outside, other enemy positions cover all approach routes. Our 2-inch mortar lays smoke to blind the council house defenders. So, with the enemy pinned down by fire and blinded by smoke, the assault on the red cottages can go in. In clearing the red cottages, the assault section of 1 NCO and 7 men follow a definite drill, which is the basis of all village fighting.
Friend, there!
Under cover of smoke grenades, the Bren group gets into a position from where it can cover the enemy's escape route from the rear of the red cottages. Fire from all sides can now be maintained while the assault goes in. But wait.
Friend! Loopholes!
That sniper could have been dangerous. The first part of the assault is done by the 2 entrymen. They will have to get in where they can. The enemy are heavily defending all windows and doors, so the plan is to breach the wall of the red cottages, the breach being made by a pole charge. The explosives for this are held by the assault pioneer platoon. The pole charge neutralizes nearby opposition, and the entrymen follow up at once. In clearing a room, they keep close to the wall and cover the doorway. Fire at the ceiling keeps away any immediate attack from the enemy overhead. Alertness by the Bren group outside the red cottages reduces the risk of survivors escaping to fight elsewhere. Inside, the room is now
Clear! Come on! Come on!
the section commander, the 2 bombers, and the lookout man move in as quickly as they can. They are covered by fire from all sides. The section commander and the 2 bombers clear the house. Thoroughness is the key to maximum protection within the section. The enemy overhead should never be allowed to gain the initiative. Fire at the ceiling might have avoided this. The stairs are blocked and the enemy are above them. The attackers must get to the top of the house as soon as possible. Furniture could conceal a mouse hole.